iTunes U at Kennesaw State University.
President Papp, the graduating students have now assembled for the Summer 2013 commencement exercises.
Thank you, Chief Faculty Marshal Dr. Jonathan Lewin. On this special occasion, let us offer our voices in song in celebration of our great country. Our program this afternoon will begin with the singing of the national anthem, to be led by Miss Shawnee Masonette. Shawnee is a senior voice major. She actively performs with both opera and musical theater and was one of the winners of the 2012 concerto competition. Shawnee? Thank you, Shawnee. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here this afternoon. Please, everyone, be seated. As president, and on behalf of the faculty, students, and staff of Kennesaw State University, I'd like to welcome you to Kennesaw State's 148th commencement exercise. Today's commencement exercise represents a major milestone in the lives of the men and women who are being recognized for their academic achievement this afternoon. Those of you who are about to graduate at this afternoon's ceremonies learned many things while at KSU, but most importantly, you gained the courage and the dedication to make your dreams reality and the wisdom to become leaders. This is a proud occasion for everyone gathered here today, but especially for those of you who will be receiving your degrees in a few minutes. It is also a proud day for your families and friends who are gathered here with you today. I know that it's been a long and difficult road to get to where you are this afternoon, but I promise you, over the upcoming days, weeks, months, and years, that you will discover that it's been well worth it. As college graduates, the chances are that you will live longer, have a fuller life, and yes, make more money than if you didn't graduate from college. But when you receive your degrees later on in the ceremony, this does not mean that you are done learning. Indeed, the name of this ceremony is commencement, not conclusion. You are at a new beginning, not an ending. Now, I'd like to pause here for just a moment or two so we can acquaint our crowd here this afternoon a little bit with exactly who is in this graduating class this afternoon. So what I'm going to do over the course of the next 5 or 6 minutes is ask you a series of questions. And if the answer is yes when the question is asked and applies to you, I'd like you to stand, okay? Sort of like a final exam, if you will. All right, so here's question number 1. Let's see how well you do. How many of you are the first in your family to graduate from college? Please stand. Question number 2. How many of you are married or in a committed relationship? Question number 3. How many of you are parents? Question 4, or maybe 4A. How many of you held down a job while you attended Kennesaw State? Question 5, or maybe 4B. How many of you held down more than one job? Now, one of the things that we here at Kennesaw State pride ourselves on is the degree to which our students and our faculty and staff are engaged with the community. So question 6, how many of you during your time at Kennesaw State participated in community service activities? Question number 7, and again, one of the other things that we are proud on here at KSU is the degree of our connectivity to the broader world, for our globalization and internationalization. So question number 7 then, how many of you participated in a study abroad program or are an international student? We are also very proud at KSU of our cooperative and internship programs. Our students learn in the classroom, but they also learn on the job. So how many of you participated in cooperative or internship programs at Kennesaw State? Question number 9. How many of you are presently serving in the armed forces of the United States or are veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces? Now, the reason we ask these questions is not only so our audience can understand a little bit about what our soon-to-be newest alumni are like, but to understand that while these folks have been studying here at KSU, they've also had a heck of a lot of other things going on in their lives. These are incredibly busy people, incredibly capable people, and we are proud to have them as our alums in a few minutes. I got a couple more questions just to illustrate how different many of them also are than many of us on the stands or on the stage. So, question number 10, only a couple more. How many of you are on Facebook? How many of you use Twitter? How many of you are tweeting now? I think this evening when Chancellor Huckabee's here, I'm not going to ask that last question. Obviously, though, we have an impressive and a diverse group of graduates here today. And this afternoon, it is time to celebrate what you have accomplished. Congratulations on a job well done. You deserve to be both proud of yourselves and pleased with yourselves. And I'm both proud and pleased this afternoon to introduce our speaker, Mayor Mark Matthews, Mayor of Kennesaw, Georgia. Mr. Matthews grew up in Kennesaw and has been a longtime activist in the growing Kennesaw community. Prior to being elected mayor, Mark served on the City Council and also the Development Authority of Kennesaw. He has also been involved in several initiatives to benefit Kennesaw State University and the City of Kennesaw through his work on the President's Community Advisory Board. Mr. Matthews is an active leader in the Metro business community as well. He serves on the board of the Atlanta Regional Commission, where he represents the 6 cities of Cobb County for the region, and he is also active in the Cobb Chamber of Commerce. In addition to overseeing the growth and development of Kennesaw, Mark is also currently the manager of government relations for the Metro Atlanta Ambulance Service in Marietta. And I've also been told, and I actually know this on a first-hand basis, he also makes a mean barbecue. So let me welcome to the podium our afternoon's commencement speaker, Mayor Mark Matthews. Mark?
Well, good afternoon. I need to probably start by acknowledging your disappointment that I'm not a hugely successful corporate CEO, a world-famous athlete, or an Academy Award-winning actor. But look on the bright side. Your disappointment is only going to last a few minutes. Mine will last a lot longer. Seriously, this is truly a great honor for me. And I grew up here in Kennesaw and have lived here almost all my life. I've had the privilege of watching Kennesaw State University grow and evolve. I remember when it was known as KJC, Kennesaw Junior College. If you ever visit City Hall, you'll see a picture of students celebrating the school becoming a 4-year college. That was in 1976, and I was in Autry Middle School. So I don't remember much about the college in the ensuing years, but I do remember being very proud to learn that in the same year I was first elected to Kennesaw City Council, 1996, Kennesaw State College became Kennesaw State University. Back in those days, Dr. Betty Siegel was already respected in higher educational circles as the leader of the fastest growing school in the state. Under her guidance, the college added graduate degree programs and residential housing, no longer the little commuter college located in Kennesaw. And who can ever forget Betty's impact on local fashion trends? Big red framed glasses became the in thing. When she stepped down in 2006, she was one of the longest serving woman presidents in American history, and under her leadership, KSU became a force to be reckoned with. Her commitment to this fine institution continues even today, and I'm sure that most of you have seen her around campus a few times since you've been here. When Dr. Dan Papp became the university's 3rd president, he had some big glasses to fill. But he proved to everyone that the move from a mostly commuter school to a more traditional residential campus was the right one. KSU is flourishing, and the city of Kennesaw is proud to share its name with the 3rd largest university in the state of Georgia. To all of you graduating today, this moment marks a clear ending and a clear beginning. The task set before you 4 or 5 years ago is now complete. To the class of 2013, well done and congratulations. There are some people here today even more pleased than the graduates. Those would be the parents, the families, the faculty, and friends. They share in your joyful achievement, and without their support, your accomplishment would probably not be possible. So thanks, moms, dads, sisters and brothers, professors and administrators, and yes, even your BFFs. You're a big part of this celebration as well today. Parents, I can't wait to be in your shoes when my own son and daughter graduate from college, hopefully in the not-too-distant future. Graduates, you're entering the next phase of your lives in a difficult period for our economy. You're heading into the job market in a time of change, a time of uncertainty. Competition for jobs isn't local, it's global. And we live in a time when things are changing so fast, it's hard to keep up. Some of the things you learned in your classes 4 years ago are already out of date. The good news is you're used to this. Your generation has been dealing with dizzying amount of change since you were in grade school. Change can be good, but it's one of those things that if you don't inspire yourselves and follow that change, then you may find yourself quite lost. I apologize. I've lost my spot here. Thank you. Change can be good, but it can also present challenges. You're probably looking to the future with a sense of concern. As a politician, I can assure you of one undeniable thing about change. It presents opportunity. I've been in public service since 1996, including serving on the city council for 12 years and as mayor for the last 5. So I've witnessed and been part of some very dramatic changes in Kennesaw. The recession has made the past 8 years undeniably difficult. However, it's also provided some incredible opportunities for economic growth and development in our community. But that's the big picture. At 50,000 feet, your focus is at the ground level, on each of you as individuals. You each must commit to seize opportunities because they won't be handed to you. My advice to you is to focus on 3 key concepts. The first is responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourself, your families, and your environment for your actions and inactions. And I encourage you to participate, stay informed, and pay attention. And don't be content to sit back and watch. Find a way to give back. I see so many folks who just want to complain about their elected officials and the perceived lack of leadership in government. You won't truly leverage the value of your college education. You won't make a difference unless you accept. No, embrace your responsibility for helping bring about change at all levels of society and, yes, especially government. The second is perseverance. Listen, nothing worthwhile is easy. No one avoids failure, but keep at it and learn from your mistakes. I've been blessed in my life with many successes, personal and professional. But as they say, into every life, some rain must fall, especially if you've been around here in the past few months. When the weak economy of the mid-2000s caused a downturn in the flooring business, which my wife and I had purchased from my father, I persevered and channeled my passion for politics and governance into a new business opportunity. I've watched my friends and neighbors struggle, but come out of this recession stronger and more resilient. So the lesson is, don't quit. There will be setbacks, but you'll get where you want if you keep at it. Lastly, surround yourself with people who love and support you. When times get tough, you'll need them. When you're assured that others have your back, you'll feel freer to pursue your dreams and take a few risks. And I can attest to how rough and shark-infested the waters can get. One of the most difficult things about public service is how every element of your life is open to scrutiny and interpretation. In times of adversity, I count on my family and friends, as well as my faith in God, to support me. Make that concept work for you. Find your balance. Work hard on your career goals, but save time for nurturing the relationships that will sustain you. At this fine institution, you've learned a thing or two about your area of study, but you hopefully also learned a thing or two about life. Go forth, be ambitious, Embrace opportunity and enjoy this day and your accomplishment. The wisdom you gained here and the friends you found here will hopefully always be with you. My charge to you is this: accept responsibility, persevere, and be appreciative of those who love and support you. Those concepts will provide a foundation for you now and in the future. Congratulations again on your graduation, and thank you very much for letting me share some time with you.
Thank you, Mayor Matthews. We appreciate it. And this university is proud to share our name with your city.